Hi, Mom and Juju here. I want to talk to you today about adoption and let's be honest. In recent months, especially walking through some hard journeys with my 5 adopted kids, I have noticed that I have slipped into feeling like I don't want to encourage people to adopt. That's honest. It's so hard and it's so different than what I thought when I first entered in. And it's when people talk to me about wanting to do it, I find I just have to listen and not add my 2 cents. Until the last couple of weeks, I have noticed that there is more honest conversation going on than I have seen in the course of the 19 and a half years I've been adopting, or my husband and I have been adopting. I got the Focus on the Family, Thriving Family magazine this weekend, and there's some short stories in there from 3 adopted families about reality of what adoption is like. And that made me feel encouraged because I feel like I want people to adopt. There's so many kids out there in foster care and in orphanages around the world and in bad situations that need to be adopted. And I want to be an advocate. I have a heart for these lost kiddos. And I just didn't know how to do it without, I guess for lack of better words, letting my baggage get in the way because of some of the problems that we've had in our journey. So when I read these articles, I was impressed by how they talked about there are attachment issues. This is not, we're not a pretty little package family, and that I think has been the biggest thing is that we've had to pretend that because you get touted a lot. Oh, you're so fabulous for adopting, and you feel like if you say this is hard, then people will think that you are ungrateful. And so we've all, not all, but many of us have kept to ourselves about the difficulties. And knowing that when I went into it, I was pretty naive and I wore rose-colored glasses. And my husband and I actually had a discussion about, do you think it would have mattered if somebody would have told you this stuff? Because they told us in the adoption classes, and I thought, oh, those are exceptions to rules. That'll never happen. And the reality was, it does happen. And now, in hindsight, I wished I'd have listened and at least taken the information down so I would have been prepared instead of dismissing it. And I think that's where I finally come in encouraging people to adopt and giving them realistic ideas of what to expect. One of the fathers in the magazine articles I read wrote something that really caught my attention and actually is going to be part of what I share with people when they talk to me about adopting, is that it's not a matter of if the pain comes out of these children, it's a matter of when. Because the reality of the situation is being adopted is hard. You're not with your birth family. If there is any trauma in utero or up to age 3, it's going to cause attachment issues. And any situations, multiple moves after bad situations, even after age 3, are just going to cause problems that these kids are going to have to deal with. And us being their adoptive parents can do that best by being prepared and aware that it will be a win. And you get them in your family and they're cute and they're nice, and especially if they're babies and you get them a little bit older and they're happy to please and they're happy to have a family, and they are. But eventually those things that cause them to be adopted, small or large, are going to come out. And that is how we can be the best parents we can be for them, is knowing that, researching what to do. It's hard to do it, as I've had to learn, on the job. It's much better to have resources that you've read, people in place that are honest and come alongside you, and it's just better in the long run to be prepared and give them the best opportunity to heal and move forward successfully into adulthood. So I'm encouraged. I've felt that I have been kind of a downer in talking to people, and I'm encouraged that we're having honest conversations now, that it's okay to say this is hard, and it's good, and I'm grateful, and it's hard. So looking forward, I think I want to share more conversations with those around me and through my blogs and my vlogs with you out there about resources that can help. There's a few of those already, about reality of what it looks like from the inside, and encouragement on where to find the things you need as you're making decisions to adopt, or know people who are making decisions to adopt or have adopted, and are looking for resources to come alongside you. I think it's a much better place to be than wearing those lovely rose-colored glasses. And so hoping that we adoptive parents, in our honesty, will be able to encourage pre-adoptive parents to to balance the emotion with the facts, and to be prepared, and to give that family a great chance, because there are several families that blow apart without the needed information, without the support, without the skills to help parent some of these adopted kids through the pains that they will experience. And so divorce rates high, definitely psychological problems within the family is high, and even there is quite a few cases of adoptions being undone because of just not knowing what to do. Also, a lot of these kiddos are not a lot, but there are cases, more than we'd like, out there of kids going to boarding schools or residential treatment centers or psych wards, that maybe we can help, in our honesty, lessen those statistics. So now on, I'm realistic, I'm hopeful. I want those kids to have a family, and I want those families to be prepared and be the best they can be for that child. So, thanks. Chat soon.